keep saying, like, in my head, I'm like, promiscuous girl, whatever you want. And it's you that I want.
Proverbs 18 and 22, he who finds a wife finds a good thing, and I'm a good thing. You know?
Hey, good thing.
All right. What's up, family? It's your girl, Jasmine Tamia, with another episode. Today, we are going to get real. Today, we are going to get raw. We got a topic that most Christians or churches are not really talking about, but we really wanted to talk about being a side chick. Side chicks, they need healing. Side chicks, or why would you want to be a side chick? So I have my cousin on the episode today. Please introduce yourself, beautiful woman of God.
Hey, everybody. My name is Song, or, she may call me Chantel, Shawnee, or something in the middle of this. So if she say that and you be like, who is that? It's still the same person. It's me.
Yes.
But I am the founder and host of Inspiring Beauty and Believers. I talk about a myriad of things, one of those being parental abandonment issues. And yes, I like to talk about side chicks.
Amongst a lot of other things, we definitely do talk about it, but I found a few things online, Shawnee, that I thought was really interesting that I wanted to talk about. Where they were talking about the term side chick is loosely and humorously thrown around amongst friends and families. And some side chicks have even grown proud of their title. So
Mm.
I I used to be in a situation to where I was a side chick. So let me define, I want us to define side chick. So, and this is not in the Webster's
Okay.
dictionary, okay? But my definition of a side chick is someone who knows that the other person is in a relationship, a committed relationship with someone else, but for whatever reason, they still choose to be a part of that person's life, thus becoming a side chick because there's already somebody in the position of the girlfriend or the wife, let's be real. But what's your definition?
Yeah, there's already a main chick there, so you can't be her. So you got to be the chick on the side. That's
You
side
make a
chick.
decision that you're going to be a chick on the side. Like you like, it's cool. I don't have to be the main one. So here's
Right.
some reasons why people decide to be side chicks. And now this is on Google. I just Googled it. Well, someone said that I'd rather be a side chick than be stuck in a relationship. Somebody said as long as she doesn't know about me, then I don't have to hear about her. So it's like, I just want your man. I really don't want you or to deal with you. I know you already in a committed relationship and you don't know nothing about me, so it's cool.
I
Uh,
got all these 90s songs starting to pop into my head. I was like, there's a lot of 90s chicks and a lot of side chicks in the 90s.
apparently, being his side chick is better than being the main chick because you don't want to be in his face all the time. Now, that was one of my things, the reason why I was like, oh, I could be a side chick because oh no, who is her? What's her name? Jasmine Sullivan. Is that the one that was talking about you can have them on Monday and Tuesday, and I can have them Thursday and Friday?
Was that her? I know which song you're talking about, but I can't think of it because I got Escape. You're My Little Secret stuck in my head right now.
Okay, well that's not the song I'm talking about. But there was some song.
I know, but I can't think of any other song.
Okay, well I'm gonna try to remember what that is.
What?
It's the best of both worlds. I can be single whenever I want to be. So I'm just really gonna stop there because there was one really that I guess I agreed with when I was in that particular situation about being the side chick. Okay, well let me be honest. I wanted to be a side chick just because I wanted the man. I didn't necessarily want the title of side chick, but I wanted the person that was in the relationship with the other person. And I think the reason why that I was cool with it is because he told me that he was unhappy in the relationship, but he was still in the relationship and still stayed in the relationship. So I thought that I was like being superwoman, swooping in on this relationship and saving him. You know what I'm saying? So I was really
The
like,
captain save a hoe.
I was the captain save her, you know what I'm saying? Instead of the reverse situation. So I was like, oh, I'm the blessing in this relationship. So I was cool with it. I never went into it wanting to hurt the other person, hurting the woman. I wasn't thinking really about her. I was more so thinking about myself and my needs and what I wanted. So I don't know why people think the term of the side chick is cool, but I'm just trying to think of the headspace that I was in when I was doing that.
So for me, because mine was a little different, um, I was I was really, I'm not even gonna blame it on the fact that I was 18 and stupid, but I was 18 and stupid. But I felt like I was in a relationship with him prior to that for a long time, and so when we separated, because he had cheated and all kinds of stuff. The fact that he cheated should have made me be like, I'm not messing with you no more.
Right.
But in the physical realm, I was like, he still kind of belonged to me. So it really didn't matter who he got with any more. I could always go back and get what I wanted. So that's how I became a side chick, because he was in a relationship with somebody else. And I was like, okay, well, I'm still going to hook up with you whenever I want to, because you owe me that because you cheated on me. So I don't care about her because she didn't matter because I was there first. Yeah, I was really ratchet, really ratchet. I'm glad I've been delivered from that. But
And
that, and so that's how I justified it. I was like, men do it all the time, and I'm not tied to him, so I can come and go as I please, and I can still get what I want from him.
yeah,
And yeah,
yeah.
man, side chickery is horrible.
Side chickery. You've coined another word, Shawnee.
Exactly.
Well, and then being in that mindset too of, you know what, I'm just gonna do me. Me, I just wanted to get what I wanted. I had some needs, some itches that needed to be scratched. And I wasn't 18 at this time. I think when I was 18, I was still trying to figure stuff out. So I wasn't in that role yet. But I was a side chick as a grown woman. So I don't think that that makes anything any better, being in that situation, even as a grown woman. But um, I didn't value myself. I didn't I didn't have conversations around like, hey, you deserve better, or you shouldn't be in this type of situation. Or if you want to be with him,
Right.
like, wait till he's not married, or wait till he's not in a relationship. And guess what? If he's in a relationship with somebody else doing this, if y'all do get in a relationship, what do you think might happen to you? I didn't stop and think about any of those things because it was just more of a physical thing. Like I wanted that physical thing from that person, and I didn't care what I had to do or who I had to hurt in order to get what it was that I needed.
Yeah.
And it
And
sounds
it goes
processing this and as I'm saying this, but to be honest, I guess I really didn't care. I was just like, I got a
right.
need to be scratched, and you can scratch it.
Right. And so, yeah, it's easy to say, like, you weren't trying to hurt the other person, but, doing it behind their back. If you weren't trying to hurt them, then you could just be open and honest about it and be like, hey, we could all be in this together, but it don't work like that. And so, for a big part of what I came to understand later in life was I had a huge issue with voids that weren't filled in my childhood, which made it seemingly okay to me that I would do things like that, because not only did I have like parental abandonment issues without my dad being there, and then I had emotional abandonment issues with my mom, being molested and things like that. It came to the point where like sex wasn't a big deal to me. Like, let me give it to you before you take it from me, so then
Mhm.
I feel like I'm in control. And so being that side chick made me feel like I'm empowered, I'm controlling this, when I was not controlling anything. And he
Yeah.
was really getting like the best of both worlds, because he had a girlfriend that he could take out and do stuff with, and then he would just see me in late nights whenever I would come through or whatever. And but I felt like, oh, I'm doing this, I'm bad B, I'm, whatever, because I hadn't dealt with those past hurts and traumas in my life.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense. It reminds me of a good girlfriend that I had back in the days. She was so good at getting things out of men. Like she was so good. She could get money, she could get cars, I mean vacations, clothes, like it didn't matter. And her mindset was exactly like what you said, like I'm gonna get you before you can get me. And she would never commit to like a relationship. Um, and because of how beautiful she was able to like grab like NBA players, actors, like
Dang.
I just seen her like seriously. And like I was privy to see this thing with my own eyes. And I'm like, man, you have all these dudes that are like chasing you, but you have these, type of commitment issues. And the commitment issues stems from her father actually being absent. And so then she developed this mindset of I'm just going to get whatever I need, and that's it. I mean, she didn't care if you were married, if you were in a relationship. Like I
Mm,
mean, will go to the house, do whatever she need to do at the other person's house in the bed or whatever. It just, again, just that mindset of not really knowing her worth. Again, the absent father and just all these things. And I'm like, dang, how do we get ourselves in these situations? So the Bible says a man that finds a wife finds a good thing and receives favor from the Lord. Now, everybody don't want to be a wife, Shawnee. I realize that everybody doesn't want to get married. Christian marriages, I mean, you could see a really bad picture if you're looking at all these Christians that are getting married and they're getting divorced, or they're not able to work through problems, or there's infidelity or whatever it is that's going on. A lot of people don't really want to get married, but when I looked at that scripture, I thought, I'm a good thing. So because I'm a good
right.
thing, I don't want to be the second thing. Like I have to be the number one thing.
Mm,
That was a thing for me that helped me to come out of that type of mindset. Besides the fact that my heart got hurt, all my feelings got hurt. I thought that I was, oh, I'm gonna do this before you hurt me. Oh my God, that messed me up so bad. I had so much trauma from being in those type of relationships. I think I was in two of those. Look, I think, yeah, I was in two of
it's
them.
hard to keep track of side chick stuff because it's not committed relationship, so you don't really count that one as a relationship.
I was like, wait, let me think. But it was one where I was kind of like, yeah, whatever. But there was one that really, really kind of like, it could have damaged me. It could have took me up out of here because I end up catching feelings for him. And it moved from like,
Mhm.
hey, I just want to get what I get, and you get up out of my house after I'm done getting what I need, to now I want to cuddle with you. I want to kiss you. I
Mm,
want to go out in public with you. I want to do all these type of things with you. And of course, we couldn't do anything like that. Then I started to feel stupid. So
right.
you're sitting there feeling stupid about accepting this because it seemed like some men are really good with presenting their mess. They like, hey, this is me. This is what I got. Like you can take it or leave it type of thing. And then you sit there and grab it and you like, oh yeah, I can handle this. I can do this. And then you get your feelings hurt. You crying, messing up your makeup, cussing him out, trying to beat him up and doing all this other stuff. But he didn't
Scratching up cars, bleaching clothes.
bleaching clothes, calling his mama, his kids, his wife, you blowing up the whole spot because you all upset and everything. You didn't sit there and caught these feelings, but we didn't really like I wish I could go back in time and just love myself more or receive God's love for me more, because if I knew God's love for me at that time, I wouldn't have settled to be like second class, because that's basically what you put yourself as, second class, and I'm first class. Once you ride
Right.
in first class going back to coach, you be like, mm-mm. Like I want my
Mm-mm.
house, I want my champagne, I want the whole experience of being first class. And sometimes as women, we can accept that coach role, that coach position, when God is wanting you to be first class and He doesn't
Mm.
want you to settle. So how do we get to that point?
Basically, like you said, it really comes. to, valuing yourself, and not even just being a side chick. When I just decided that I was going to be celibate and just stop sleeping with people in general that I was not, married to, um, it really came down to really loving me and recognizing first and foremost how much God loved me, because I couldn't even love myself properly if I didn't know how much He loved me
Yeah.
and the value and worth that He put on me. And one of the songs that always ministered to me, from the first moment I heard it was, you thought I was worth saving,
Mhm.
and how, even when I saw myself as dirty and filthy and nasty and all the messed up stuff I've done and all the, the men and everything, like God still, He knew all of that from the beginning, and He still saw me worth dying for. And He didn't say, oh, she's just too far gone, or she's going to be just too messed up. And no, He was like, I love her and I would give anything to save her life. And having somebody love you like that, because reality is, that's what you want as a kid. That's what you want from your parents. You want to know that you matter to them. You want to be accepted and be approved of. And so, taking that from the physical parental standpoint, if you don't get that as a child, then you grow up looking for it in other people. And if
Yeah.
nobody ever teaches you that God loves you in that way that you're trying to fill that void, then you try to get it from these different men, which is why it becomes easier for you to just give your body over and over again, because you
Mhm.
see no value in yourself, and you're like, well, if I give you this part of me, then you'll give me the love that I need. But then they don't, so then you go and find somebody else, and then you find somebody else, and then so your image of yourself just becomes really distorted. But when you realize how much God really truly loves you, then it gets easier to not do those things. I remember when I used to dress really promiscuous, I felt like, I had, a nice stomach and stuff. And so I had to show off my stomach and everything. All my I was wearing crop tops before this generation was wearing crop tops. I had all the pants with all the holes up the sides, because I wanted to show everything, because I wanted you to know, like, I'm gonna make your head turn and you gonna love me. That's really what it was, a cry out for love. And when I stopped dressing like that, I remember my mom had said, she was like, oh, God, like, basically she was saying, like, God convicted you and told you can't dress like that no more. And I was like, no, really, He just loved me. And then on the inside of me, I just didn't want to anymore. Like,
Mhm.
I valued myself enough to put some clothes on me.
Yeah.
And it's not saying that I can't still be cute and dress, cute, but I don't have to show everything off, because I value me now, because He showed me how much I was worth. And that's what began to change in my mind. And then it began to be like, no, dude, you can't just take me out to a restaurant and think that you bought me this expensive meal, or you try to buy me McDonald's, whatever the case may be, and I'm just going to give you some. Or you bought me, some flowers, or you bought me a gift, or you bought me some chocolates or a teddy bear or whatever, because it was Valentine's Day and everybody wants to be booed up on Valentine's Day. And so I'm going to give you some because I owe you, because you bought me something. Like, you can't buy me, because the price was already paid at the cross for me. And there's nothing that is going to be more expensive than that.
Woo. Yes. Mm.